Hi guys, so it's me here. I'm finding it a little bit difficult to actually speak in English because I'm so used to speaking in Greek right now because I've been living in Greece for the last 3 months and I'm here for another two, but I thought I might as well do a review that I was meaning to do for a while now. And yes, the face has no makeup because I couldn't really be bothered. And what I'm actually reviewing today is the product that's been pretty popular lately, which is CandyLipz. And I bought this one and the red one as well. So these are for smaller lips. There's the licorice ones that are for bigger lips, or if you want to pump them after you pump these ones up. And they come in two different types. So there's the apple and the licorice, and there's the apple model A and B, and the licorice model A and B. So the apple model A is red, and if you see here, that's where your bottom lip goes and that's where your top lip goes. It's actually got a divide here so that you can get the double lobe look, which I already have anyway, and I prefer the double lobe look, which is the typical Angelina Jolie look. And there's, on the Model A, it's just without that divide so that it just pumps up evenly your lips and it's just single lobe. So you can sort of tell where the shadow is where my lips are. That's how you can tell that I've got double lobed lips. And I've always been a little bit self-conscious about my mouth, especially seeing as my top lip is thinner than my bottom lip. And I actually really like these products. So I guess what I'll do first of all is show you guys what it actually does. So that's my lips normally. And I'll put this on for a minute and I'll show you what it looks like after a minute. So what you do is you take it, you squeeze it, all the air out, place it over your lips, okay, so you can see that two things have happened. My lips are plumper and there's a more double-lobed line there, but it's not actually in the middle of my lips, which, you know, it can be a little hard when you're trying to do that. So, but not to worry, because what you do is you just reposition them again, and you'll be able to move that a little bit over. And usually I pump them a little bit more, quite a bit more than this, but that's after about a minute. So I'll show you what it looks like after another minute. Okay, so as you see, I moved over the line from the double-lobed thing. So it's actually matching up quite evenly now. But I still, you know, this is only 2 minutes, and I do usually do it for about 3 minutes. And it's good to, every minute, give yourself about a 30-second break. It definitely makes your lips bigger, but it does, like, especially when you're in the conditioning phase, which is the first time you do this, and you gradually build up to doing that, it really bruises your face. Like, you get a total hickey mark. It looks ridiculous, but I mean, it's coverable by makeup if you're good at doing that. And in the long run, like, I hadn't done this for, I hadn't plumped my lips for months, and I was thinking that the whole conditioning phase would have been pretty useless and that I'd have to start all over again, but I actually haven't copped any bruising lately, which is actually really good. But, you know, with new things, you don't know exactly how safe they are. So, for me, I feel like it's okay, but you need to take everything new with a bit of a grain of salt. These are actually silicone grade, and they're food grade silicone, so they're good. You have to wipe them out. It's good to wash them out because it sort of gets salivary and stuck in there. And what I'll do is I'll do it another time and I'll see how big I can get them. The other thing usually, and I've misplaced mine, is They do come with this silicone that you can actually sort of plug either the top or the bottom. So for me, I prefer doing a little more pumping on the top of my lips than the bottom because that's where I feel like the most insecure about my lips. But still, even this way is fine. You see, and this is what happens when you do it too much. You see, so it actually looks quite ridiculous. That's the problem with this, is that you really easily can do it too much. But what I'll do is, I'll show you what it looks like with some lipstick on. And this is a Sephora lipstick that I actually got pretty bloody cheap because it was in the reject bin, and I pretty much know why now. Because, if you can see, it broke. Like half of the things that I buy from Sephora, they break within like, I open it and it's broken. But I did get it for like 50% off or something. Okay. So as you can see, my lips are a bit too big. But the great thing about it is that they go down. And if you do want them to go down quicker, give them a bit of a massage, they will actually go down. So if you consider what I look like before I used it, it actually really does plump up your lips. And the whole thing about the whole Kylie Jenner lip thing, lip injections, all that sort of stuff, you really can get the same results if you use this stuff every day. Like there's they recommend you doing night conditioning, so if you do it every night, then it'll just make your lips look more plump generally during the day. And also what it does is it see, I usually have quite a bit of a gap in my cupid's bow between my nose and my lip, and it shortens that gap, so it does make you generally look just a little bit more physically attractive in that sense, because you know that the length of that little bit lowers and lowers as you get older, so it gets longer, and that's why it's supposed to be more youthful looking. But for me, I'm starting to get old, but that's not really a concern of mine, but just generally I don't usually have that big a gap. I mean, that little gap. And it shortens that, so I like it for that reason. So, how much did I actually buy these for? I think it was around $200 and something for both models. I'll probably put a little annotation somewhere here to say how much it actually was, because I should look that up. But yeah, so that is what you can do with CandyLipz. There is also another accessory that you can use, which is a gel mouthpiece, which is supposed to give better suction, but they say not to use that when you're starting out and conditioning, because it'll, first of all, hurt like hell, and secondly, yeah, it'll cause ridiculously massive hickeys on your face. But yeah, so as for hurting, it does hurt when you're conditioning, when you start conditioning. But for me, like doing it now, it occasionally pulls a little bit, but that's about it. And the only other thing that I can say is when your lips are as big as this, I know that I find it a little bit hard to talk, but you do get used to it. And the other thing is that they'll go down. So even if you massively blow up your lips, they go down. Worst comes to worst, you're just going to have a really bad hickey that takes forever to go away. But yeah, so that is my review of CandyLipz. You can follow the link below if you are looking into buying it yourself. And yeah, if you were ever self-conscious about your lips, this is really a great product for that. But again, take it with a grain of salt, because even though they claim, like, of all the brands, this is the best brand, and they claim that they did a lot of research for it and said that it was safe, but it's still something new. It's still something that I would take with a grain of salt. I don't know. But yeah. So have you guys used it before? What did you think? Have you used other products? I know that a lot of the other products don't seem to have as much going for them, but yeah. Me personally, I'm really happy with that product. And also, just a random thing that you never would have known about me. This tooth is a baby tooth, and it's completely missing, even a baby tooth on that side. I think there's like 2% of the population that has that happen. Just another weird thing about me. Anyway, guys, until next time.